What's up, guys? Today we are going to be going over our Week 17 Supreme Arena defenses. So let's go ahead, hop in here, get our formation, and let's talk about these teams. So the first set of teams here is going to be our free-to-play set of teams, and it's going to involve Maulers and Greyborns mostly. But our first team here is my Mauler Thador team with Aaron on it, and that is to do two things. If they don't use Lily May, Aaron's gonna be able to group everyone up nicely for Shakir to jump in and knock them all down and start doing tons of damage, followed by Seth and Satrana and everyone. And if they do use Lily May, then the Aaron's going to be the Lily May bait so that the Shakir can still get his ultimate off and get into his lupine form and, provide damage reduction and all that kind of good stuff for himself and the other people around him. So, and then we're also going to be using Guardian Spell. I run this team pretty much every week in Supreme Arena, at least some kind of version of it, and it's just a very successful team. So that's team one. Team two is going to be a Damien, Taylene, Shamira, Tassie, Lily May team. And the reason we're doing this is because we have the Infinite Front Rallying Grounds buff on map 2 this week in Supreme Arena. And basically what this does is when a battle starts, the two frontmost heroes and their associated units fight as vanguards, while the remaining units are put on standby. After 20 seconds or once all vanguards are defeated, these standby units enter the battlefield. Upon entering, each standby unit gains a shield equal to 60% of their max HP and 100 energy per second for 10 seconds. So basically what's going to happen with this team is Damien's going to put his card out there, Taylene's going to try and do some damage, but what'll most likely happen is they'll die pretty quickly, which will bring in the rest of your team. And since both of these two heroes revive and Damien just sends a new card out, you're basically getting your whole team out onto the battlefield way before the enemy is, and that allows you to build up your energy way faster, and by the time the enemy team gets onto the map, your team's going to be doing ultimates and just destroying them. So it's a pretty good team. It's worked for me the last time we had this Infinite Front Rallying Grounds buff, and I really liked it. So yeah, that's going to be team 2. Team 3 is going to be a Niru, Siren, Bonnie team, but we're actually going to use Callan and Sylvina. And the reason I wanted to put Sylvina on this team is because if you haven't noticed this season, Sylvina's a freaking monster on the Greyborn talent tiles, and I want to show you guys an example fight of this that I did last week. And I didn't get a chance to show it to you guys, but let me pull that fight up and I'll be right back. But yeah, this is team 3, and that's the first set of teams. But let me go pull that fight up 1 sec. All right, so here's the team that we were fighting against. It was Dunliner, Freyesto, Pandora, Cryanaya, and Tassie. So it's a pretty strong team, but as you can see, we were able to completely shut down the Freyesto, the Pandora, and the Cryanaya. Tassie is the only one that was able to do anything against us, but I want to show you, this is just a good example of how strong Sylvina is on the Greyborn talent tiles, and I know she's not always the best to use on defense, but since we have designated tiles that are for, the talent tree or whatever, you can pretty much guarantee that your Sylvina is going to target somebody important. So let me just restart this really quick. Alright, so we're going to target the Cryanaya with our Sylvina. She goes over and basically insta-kills the Cryanaya along with Bonnie's dot damage. And then we kill most of the rest of the team. And then their Tassie is able to get their ultimate off, and it kills pretty much everybody. But since we have Core Forge spell on our Sylvina, she's able to avoid being stunned and whatnot from the Tassie, and it basically just makes her almost unkillable, at least by Tassie in this situation. I mean, look at this. The Tassie is just trying so hard to damage this Sylvina, and she can't even touch her. I mean, she's just constantly going in and out of her revive form, and yeah, she just ends up dying after my Sylvina, gets rid of all her extra revives and whatnot. And as you can see, my Sylvina's shield has like not even budged, and it's basically because the Tassie's ultimate can't sleep the Sylvina, which then doesn't make her very vulnerable to Tassie, you know, doing her attacks to her after her ultimate, and it just, yeah, there's there's just like nothing the Tassie can do. It's kind of crazy, and I wanted to show you guys this because I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, that was a pretty epic fight. Anyway, let's go check out these other teams. All right, so now we have our mid-spender pay-to-win teams, and I didn't really go too crazy with the Hypogean Celestial units. I just kind of used basically like one or two for each team. So the first team here, and this is basically the same team that I just showed you with the Seth and the Aaron, except you're replacing Seth and Aaron with Coco and Harak. And this can be a really strong team. You just have to look out for the fact that there's no Lily May bait on your team anymore, so your Shakir might get blocked, like his ultimate, his first one might get blocked by an enemy Lily May if they don't use her on a different map. So keep that in mind. But yeah, this can be a really strong team using Harak in Seth's place and then putting Coco on the team for extra damage reduction, survivability. Plus Coco's going to give your Harak some damage reduction and extra HP with the charm set and everything. So it's a really strong thing to give to a Harak. And then team 2 is going to be a bit different, and this time we are going to use Damien and the twins, along with Athalia and Tassie and Lily May. So we have Lily May on a talent tile, we have the blue-haired twin on the other talent tile, and then we have Tassie connected to the twins. Then we have Athalia and Damien as the 2 front row heroes. And if they die super early, it's not like Athalia goes away, she just goes into her Lance form. And if his cart dies, it just brings your team out onto the battlefield way faster. And it's going to allow your Tassie to, you know, build her energy up. So by the time the enemy team comes out, she's ready to do her ultimate. The Lance form of Athalia is going to be, you know, eating through heroes and killing them left and right. And it's just a really solid team if you have an Athalia and twins and everything. So yeah, that's going to be team 2. And then team 3 is going to be Miru, Bonnie, Siren, but we're going to have Seda on the team instead. So Seda is basically like another version of Igor, or even another version of Tassie, but she's a Hypogean hero and she's very strong. And if you have a strong Seda, you could put her on this team and be very, very successful. Now you could go even crazier. Oh no, you couldn't do that, because I was thinking you could put Dunliner in Callan's place, but then you won't have the Graveborn talent tiles, so you can't do that. That was just a quick thought that popped in my head. But yeah, that's going to be the third team, and that's going to be the 2 sets of teams for this week in Supreme Arena that I'm going to be recommending. Hopefully you guys can run some of these teams, or you know, hopefully they gave you guys some ideas and whatnot for your own teams and your own account. But yeah, that's going to be about it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, got something out of it and all that good stuff. If you can, I got a loop bar link down below, Discord link down there too. And also, if you can, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate all the subscribers, and you can leave as many comments as you want. I try to answer as many as possible. But yeah, anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. I really like brownness, yeah. It's yummy. I play games with y'all.